My name is Mike Gunderson. We're here in Schaumburg. We're going to visit with Judy, who has a VRV Life system we installed. She originally had put this system in. She was having solar and was really interested in moving forward with a heat pump system, replacing a very, very old system that she had in the house to begin with. Why don't we head on inside and take a look. All right, Judy, so why don't you tell us a little bit about what the reasons were you were looking to replace your system to begin with?
Okay, well, I bought my house just a couple of years ago, and you don't know when you get into a house what the temperature is going to be like or what the furnace is going to be like, except that I knew it was old and I was going to have to replace it eventually. And so I decided to wait about a year to see what I found. And the first winter, I discovered that the room we're in right now, which is like a family room addition, and my bedroom, which was also an addition, didn't have heat. After I got through the winter, I decided it was time to start looking around, and Mike and his company had come highly recommended by a friend, so I called him. He came over and took a look at what I had and said definitely I needed a new furnace. And I said, I'm really worried about these two additions because I don't see any vents or anything where they can come in. And sure enough, he said, well, there are different options, but your house seems to be ideal for this kind of new technology. So what fascinated me was that I could have one system, all connected, that could have my whole house be the way I wanted it. And I'm not in this room a ton, and I'm not in my bedroom a ton, so I also don't have to have them, if I don't want to, at the same temperature as the rest of the house all the time. Right, and so this, is that right?
That's correct.
So this was, to me, exactly right. Kind of like having a space heater, but not really, because it's like the right way to do it. So
very good.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, so having the separate zones was one of the big...
For me, having separate zones was a big draw. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
I think one of the other things we had discussed was the fact that you were wanting to put solar on the house, like since you moved in, so waited the year to be able to do the ComEd.
Exactly. So I really wanted to do solar in this house. I'm trying to make the world green for my grandchildren. And so this again, because it's electric mostly, it made perfect sense.
So the heat pump was definitely a big draw in having the separate zones. I think that was probably really the biggest thing with the system that you were doing, minimizing.
Well, that, and just because it's a heat pump. I mean, and variable speed. You now do my mom's house. Yep. Hers was a do-it-yourself furnace that got in there, but they've taken it over and make it work well now. Anybody who asks me, I'm saying, did you notice mine looks a little different outside? You know, you might want to give this a try. So yeah, I would recommend to anybody, whether it's a variable speed heat pump or anything, I would recommend Compass Heating and Air. That's just hands down. And I'm careful about what I recommend. I like to go local, and I can't say enough good. I've had a number of your guys at my mom's house or my house for different things, and every one of them is top notch, especially your son. Can I say that?
Nice job, Tyler. Thank you, Judy, very much for taking some time with us today.
I'm not making any of that up. That's just really. I'm careful. I want somebody who knows what they're doing and has integrity, and no question. You know, it doesn't hurt either that he has vet on his website. I mean, that makes a difference. I think. Just me. Just saying.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.